Alrighty, what's up, guys? So back with another one here, and yes, once again, thanks to our friends over at SNK, I got my hands on a little early access here for, ta-da, the final Season 1 DLC character in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mr. Big. Mr. Big, so, not Mr. Beast, no, Mr. Big. So if you're like me, you might not be too familiar with this character. So the last time, I looked it up, the last time he was a playable character in an SNK game was actually King of Fighters 11. That's 20 years ago, so this is the first time in 20 years he's been playable. So I'm going to give you a quick refresh of his moveset here in the game. And then I want to talk about, the good points, the bad points, and then why not? Let's just throw in the ugly points as well. So, yeah, like I always got to give you the caveat at the beginning. I only have training mode. I only have one day, really, to figure him out. So don't expect any crazy high-level tech, but I think this should be a good overview. Anyway, if you like this stuff, you like SNK games, you like Mr. Big, you like bald dudes, hit the sub button, and let's go. Alright, so a quick overview of his special moves. He's got a projectile. Doesn't go full screen. It's more like a frame trap tool, I think, because on counter hit, they get a big launch. If you want, you can spend meter and get full screen. He's got this Rekka move, which I'm not sure what it's for. There's no real mix-up, and just kind of, you give up your pressure right there. I guess you just kind of use it as like a block string ender. He has a DP. Very important to point out that this is not invincible. He's got no invincible reversal outside of super. Another very important thing to point out is in the description for this move, they say useful as an anti-air. That is a lie. Do not listen to them. They are trying to get you killed. Do not use this move as an anti-air. The reason why? You cannot break it. So yes, it does have invul properties, but if they block or just bait it out, you toast. And then the heavy one, you can break, but look how far it goes, right? So if you try and use an anti-air, it's just going to dash under whiff and you're dead. So yes, forget about that move. It is a combo tool. He has a counter stance, so similar to kind of Joe, where he's got high, low, he's got the EX. And what's nice is that even if you don't counterattack or parry attack, you can do the follow-up, right? Just like Joe there. So I'm sure this will have kind of be a big part of his pressure game where, like, put yourself in a minus situation. They want to press a button, you put out the counter. Even if they don't attack, you can still take your turn. So that could be pretty good. I want to see how the pros use that. And then, of course, something very, very, very nice to have in this game. Whee! Yes, he has a command grab. So I wouldn't really think this is like a grappler. He's not a grappler, but just having command grab is just such a great tool, of course. And of course, the EX grab can go into whatever you want. That didn't combo, but you get the point. Oh, and I forgot. He's got the Superman dive, like Mortal Kombat, like Raiden. Whee! It doesn't yell as much. Now this move looked very exciting, but again, right? Even if you space it really well, right? -5, right? And if you miss space it or you jump, like look at -14 on light one, you're toast there. So not too sure. Like I thought this could be like a neutral skip, but outside of EX, I don't really know if you want to use that. So we'll see. So yes, he's got some well-rounded, special moves, but that's not what makes his character scary. Now, I wasn't sure when we saw the character trailer, they didn't really show off his normals too much. So I was like, is this guy going to be like a poke monster? Is he going to be rush down? I don't know. But after playing him with my one day of experience, his pokes are godlike. It makes sense. Come on, he's cheating. He's got some weapons here. But just look at these buttons here. Let me just show them off real quick. So this is amazing. This is just his light, right? So far A, look at that. Far A, you see that? I'm going to tell you something too. Hold on. But far A, far B. Again, the range is crazy. Far C, look at this. Jeez. And it's 2 hits. Ready? So easy confirm. And then we want to do crouch C. So like here. See that? Now those 4 long range pokes, not only are they like, great buttons, great frame data and all that, they're all special cancel. So that's what's crazy, right? That's what's crazy. Even the lights, right? So my main character, Kevin, I can't do any of that. I have to hard commit into super, which again, if it's hit him in the air, that's how Goichi lost $1 billion, right? But very, very scary stuff. With him, so, right, you can just be buffering anytime. So you can put this button out, like no commitment. If it connects, EXDP break, full combo. It's amazing. Same thing with this, like if you hit with a wild punish, right? Like you're playing some footsies with this dude right here. This is a great whiff punish button, by the way. They whiff a button, wild punish, easy confirm, go in whatever you want. So definitely this dude is not like, hey, abuse this special move. This dude is abuse the pokes. The pokes are godly. right, so I guess we can talk more about the good points, little added benefits this character has, because of course I can't stress it enough. The core of this character are the pokes, right? The pokes that just showed off, far range, fast, special cancelable. They are everything. But on top of that, the command grab, first of all. This is, I mentioned, it's a great tool. Not something you really want to focus your game around, because of course it requires you to be close. But having, especially, the EX command grab, you know, let's see if I can do something. Let's see, ready? Just like a real... That's it. Yeah, so there you go. So just like a real simple, it's not optimal. You definitely can do more damage than that, but having a cash out combo off of the EX command grab is such an important tool. This is not something you want to do at the start of the round, but to close out rounds where you put yourself in burnout, just dump all your meter, seal the deal. Very, very, very crucial, especially now because people are running SPG in the anchor position with the 30% defense buff. So that is going to be a very important way to close out rounds with this dude. On the top of command grabs, something I'm not sure, but I'm interested in seeing because, again, like I said, I can only fight against the computer, but his command grab supers, ready, look. Invincible, right? So invincible 4-frame startup. So very fast as a... Having an invincible command grab is great to beat safe jumps in fighting games because a lot of times safe jumps are designed to beat people doing like a reversal DP. So having a reversal invincible grab is amazing because what that does is it makes a safe jump whiff, they land, and they get scooped, and it's checkmate. The other one, this is the level 2, ready? Invincible again, but 1-frame startup. Now that seems very scary. I don't know, one of you frame monster scientists can figure something out, but having a 1-frame grab that's invincible seems like it's going to lead to some shenanigans. Cost 2 bars, right? That's the downside. Cost 2 bars, but I wonder if that is going to be a big part. We'll see. But I'm interested in seeing that. Another tool he has, again, aside from opening up your guard with command grab, annoying you with pokes, he's got an overhead. Now, it's not as good as like Marco. So Marco's what, 19 frames? This is 21. It also has that, you hear? That sound cue. So it's not like an amazing overhead, but again, just more pressure, more tools. And again, you can just combo, right? Very simple. Good chunk of damage, good mix. I'm sure there's gonna be some setups with that as well. So he's got pokes, he's got command grab, he's got overhead. He's pretty scary on offense, right? He seems pretty scary on offense. And now the first thing, I always have to bring it up. I think I brought it up earlier, but yes, he does not have a DP. In this game, having an invincible reversal or having a reversal that you can like break, like a fast reversal, like a HTP that you can break, is very, very powerful, right? A lot of the top tiers have something like that. He does not. This is not a reversal. This is not an anti-air. This move is purely combo filler. I don't know. Maybe the H one could have. Maybe you could have some like shenanigans with the H here. But yes, this is not a tool that's going to help you out on defense. So my pain. Same thing playing Kevin. My pain is having the anti-air with the universal anti-air tag. And something else too. I was struggling trying to find what follow-up to do after this, right? So of course, you only get a combo and counter hit with this. And if you try to do this into DP follow-up and it's not counter hit, you're toast. So I don't know. Anti-air game doesn't seem that great. He doesn't have reversal. Speed is not the best. I wouldn't say he's like super clunky. Of course, he's got better than the T-Zoc dash, right? So he can dash and act out of it, which is great. Or I guess standard, but yeah, it's definitely a character that seems to excel in the neutral game. He's got nice, pretty scary offense. I wouldn't say he's an insane offense, but he's got, nice, scary offense. But probably a character that's going to struggle on defense, right? Which is good. A character is supposed to have weaknesses, right? And I think with his design here, you don't want to give him all the tools. You don't want to give him every damn tool. He's not like certain other young Chinese martial artists featured in this game. Yeah, he's pretty cool. And now for the ugly, I guess we did the good, the bad. Why not? We got to do the ugly. Now, the ugly, unfortunately, has nothing to do with him. I like him. He's fun. He's cool. Like I said, he's got a great design. But I'm begging you, I'm putting my heart out there, SNK. Right now, as I mentioned, before, is like whenever I try one of these new characters, even though they're fun, even though they have like a cool playstyle, I just think about Hotaru. I'm just like, damn. Like, how come Hotaro's got pokes just as good as him, and a reversal, and a DP, and she's faster, and she does more damage, So I think right now, all these DLC characters in Season 1 have been really, really cool. Especially, I think Chun is the most interesting, but we gotta just kind of bring down the God tier so we can have the DLC characters shine a bit more, and I think we're gonna be in a great state, man. I think that's it. That's the ugly. It's Hotaru. Let me play Mr. Big without getting steamrolled online, man. Come on. But that's it. Say overall, very, very fun character. You know, I'm looking forward to when he comes out. I can actually fight some human beings, like I said. The pokes that I showed off, I know they're strong. I know they're strong. I can just like press them like, holy crap, this button is cracked. But I'm only fighting against the computer. I want to see how a human deals with them. Maybe they're stronger than I think. Maybe he might be the Hotaru killer. I have no idea. But yes, this is the final, again, DLC character Season 1. I always got to mention it, but if you bought this game at the start, you know, you stopped playing, or you're looking to pick it up now, the whole Season 1 is free. It's like Melty Blood all over again, right? You don't have to purchase any additional paths or anything. You don't have to buy these characters individually. They're included in the game, along with the stages, the music. They got the Third Strike sound effects, all sorts of cool shenanigans have been added. On top of that, too, a lot of cool stuff happening in the Discord. You know, I shouted that out in the last one. It's got like, let me do a quick check. Yeah, just right now, there's 2,000 active people in the Discord. It is popping. They're doing like weekly events. They're doing all sorts of like net play lobbies and stuff. They got giveaways. So check it out. I'll put the link down in the description as well if you're looking for more Fatal Fury, SNK fans, whatever it is. But yes, that's it for this one. Again, shout out to SNK. Really appreciate getting the early access with all these characters. And I like being wrong too. I like, you know, I like giving my day one thoughts, and then the character comes out. I'm like, oh, okay, I was wrong. I see what the good players are doing now. But yes, Mr. Big coming out in a couple days, I guess, right? December 9th, I think he's open. Is that correct? December 9th? But soon enough. So when he's out there, pick him up, play him. Let's run some mirror matches, and yeah, I'll catch you online. So once again, thank you for watching. Thank you, SNK. Look forward to Mr. Big, and I'll see you then. Peace.